Hello and welcome there, guys, to round number 4 of the season of the Sony Cup Series here at Zen Joltis. And really and truthfully, we were supposed to be going to Road Atlanta for round number 4, but Road Atlanta had some problems, and the ARCSOA officials did not want to have an all Georgia native kind of schedule, because we had round 2 for the Sony Busch Series and the Sony Cup Series, all a Georgia track in Savannah. Round number 3, we had Barber and Albany, and then Albany for the Busch Series. So all of them tracks are inside of Georgia. So they moved out of Georgia to Zen Joltis when it was going to be Road Atlanta. So Zen Joltis, and a lot of people have motioned that they did not want to have Zen Joltis as the round number 4. They didn't even want to have Zen Joltis even add on the schedule. Zen Joltis, one of them tracks that was threatened to not even be on the schedule, wasn't even planned to be on the schedule for the 2014 winter season. It is on the schedule here for round number 4. So, Nick Mace has the pole, alongside is Dylan Young, who was really close to winning at Albany last round. Let's get you down to the start of the race. Getting ready to go racing here in the fast track of Zen Joltis for 31 laps. Not really sure how this race is going to go over. ARCSOA officials did not want to bring this track back, but it is back, and for its final chance at redemption to try and be a good race here, Mace and Nace and Young are going to lead us down. Rain is out. Coming to complete lap number 1 of the race here, Richard Johnson took the lead on the start. Raymond Fisher and Eugene Max right in behind him there. Johnson the leader here on lap number 1, but Fisher to the inside in that 41 Target Dodge. He goes to lead on lap number 2 now. Big pack racing here at Zen Joltis. This track is known to bring pack racing and to bring the unknown in the types of these races, and not really sure and when and what type of lap the big one will strike. And the big one is known to be really big, as we've seen cars in the past flip into the fencing. Hopefully that won't happen today. Silver Fox in the 5 takes the lead. Coming to complete lap number 2 of the race here, or lap number 3 of this race here, Silver Fox has the lead, and we got a spinner in the back, and that was someone, he saved it. That was Trek Togger, I think. And you got Alan Cavanaro going into the pits. Yeah, Trek Togger. A bunch of damage. There's a wreck up in front of these guys. Oh boy, 3 cars, Mace. Oh boy, there's Brandon McWhort flipping there. DJ Curtis. Alex Allen right there in the 17. Nick Mace is flipping. Richard Johnson's got damage right there. 3 cars barrel rolling into turns number 1. These guys are racing back to the start-finish line. They're really close, too. Boy, that was a really hard wreck. They had 3 guys flipped on top of each other into that turn. But racing back to the start-finish line. Silverfold, boy, they're really beating and banging back behind them there. Looks like they may settle it out. But coming back to the start-finish line, Stephen Pollard III and the part-time organization of the 01 team, Pollard Motorsports, takes them under the caution flag. Let's get a replay. Looking right here, this is what happened to cause that stack up off the last turn here. Looks like Dylan Young is going to come up on Trek Togger, and Togger is going to come up into Richard Johnson, and that's where they get their damage from right there. Lucky to save their cars there. Young, Johnson, and Togger kept it straight. Slow motion right here. When Alan Cavanaro went down right here to try and pit, he missed the pits and slid right back up the track into Allen, up into Brandon McWhort, PJ Curtis, and Nick Mace right there. And Brandon McWhort just tumbles barrel rolling right there. But Nick Mace, Alex Allen, DJ Curtis right on top of each other down the straightaway here. Yeah, tough incident there. Look at Brandon McWhort just tumble there. Look at him go. So that's one FBR car down. And then there's 3 more Roush cars right there taken out. Coming back to the green, Stephen Pollard III is going to have to lead over Silverfox, Chris Washer, and the 16 of Joshua Michaels. And Noah Hart right there in 5th place. That's the top 5. With the way this pack is going right now, I would not be shocked to see another wreck happen. I don't want to jinx it though, because this type of racing is the type we try and avoid here on super speedway racing, but it's just something you're asking for if you go to Zen Joltis. And the type of racing here is pretty intense. Jacob Hart in the 19, the Daytona 500 winner. We haven't seen him up front ever since the very first race, so we can see that Hart's best type of race is here at the restrictor plate tracks. Down low is his teammate Seth Cole for the lead in the 10 car. I think I spoke too soon. A caution number 2 of the race would happen right here. Joshua Michaels got cut off by Michael White, collecting Sean Galligan, Jackson Williams, and a bunch more. There's the 32. Oh boy, Galligan tumbling there. Look at William Duncan there. Duncan's tumbling as well. And there's Jacob Adamy in the 3. He's also involved. Hard to believe we ran this track for the season finale back a few seasons ago, because I don't really much like this track, but Michael White got squeezed in a sandwich there. Nothing you could do. Joshua Michaels got turned right there. Young and White did a good job of missing to keep their car straight. So did Hart, the 2 Harts to check up there, but Williams, Adamy, Dutta, and it looks like DeMax they would check up for missing there. Jackson, Charles Jackson, who's only been in the Daytona 500 this season. Good to see Jackson in a race. Dutta missed the wreck a little bit there, but as you can see, the main guys involved in this wreck here was Galligan, Michaels, Williams, Duncan, and Adamy. All of them will probably be out of the race now. We missed the start right there, but James Silverfox, they had pit stops last time. James Silverfox is your race leader. Seth Cole, Charles Sanford is the next guys behind them. The Evernham cars, and everyone is out of the race except like all the way down to 22nd. So that is leaving Ian Dutta and Togger to fight to get back up there. But right now, Togger and Dutta and the rest of the guys out of the race are the guys not getting points this race. As we go along further in the race, this is the battle for the last points paying position, and we don't talk about the last points paying position all too much, but since Togger and Dutta are up there in the battle for the championship right now as it is, as they're one of the main title threats for the winter championship, these guys, along with Luke Martin back here, that some reason is back here as well, he's down a cylinder. Dutta and Togger right now run side by side for the last points paying position. Togger right now has it, and that 1 point could mean a difference down the road. So that's pretty interesting. These guys back here battling for that spot. Coming around to the white flag. Nothing really much has happened. They're pretty much training around the whole racetrack. Silverfox has dominated since the restart. The white flag is given to Silverfox. Silverfox has been in such a long time. It's been since 2008 since we've seen him wheel the 5 car at the victory lane. That was back in South Boston. He trails a fast number 9 of Dodge Charger, Charles Sanford. Back in over here is a lap car of Luke Martin, who right now is 19th. But Eric Burton's right there, Chris Washer, Dylan Young, Jordan Davis, Seth Cole. These guys are up here in this pack. Silverfox is trained around this whole entire racetrack since the restart, and his training has paid off. Silverfox has just held his line. Nobody's been able to get around him. It looks really good for Silverfox to come around with the win, but he's got Charles Sanford, last week's winner at Albany, right behind him. Can Sanford make a charge coming to the final turn? One last effort. Martin peaks low. He's going to help his teammate out by running side by side with Sanford. Coming around the final turn, Silver Fox is finally going to go back to victory lane after so many races. Since 2008, Silver Fox won a race. He finally wins one here. Silver Fox wins here at Zen Joltis. What an effort by Silver Fox. Finally a win. And it comes here at Zen Joltis, a track Silver Fox is not a fan of. He finally gets it done. He does not wreck. Finally at Zen Joltis and gets a bit of luck on his side. Silver Fox, unlike all the other seasons, he's had bad luck. So far this season, he's looking like a championship contender. Silver Fox wins here today, gets himself a 90-point bonus this race. Charles Sanford gets a good run here after a good win out at Albany. Second place, Eric Burton, a championship contender there in third. Chris Washer, who has failed to qualify for every race since Daytona, he gets a fourth place finish. Jordan Davis in fifth, Jill Young sixth, Seth Cole in seventh, and eighth place is DeMax. Ninth is Dano Day. Jacob Hart's first top 10 since the Daytona 500. He's in 10th. Michael White in the 43. He gets 11th. Charles Jackson, one of the guys that has only started Daytona this entire season so far, he gets a 12th place finish. The 41 Raymond Fisher, he gets a 13th position. Stephen Fuller III, the part-time driver, he had a mechanical problem throughout the race. He gets 14th. Tom Capps, he gets 15th. Richard Johnson, who had damage, along with Noah Hart, 16th and 17th for them. Luke Martin, who had a cylinder go down on him later on in the race, he finishes 18th. Alec Avenaro 19th, and Trut Togger gets the last point Spain spot in 20th. Well, that was Zen Joltis for you. It was a pretty good race. The next race you will see will be Mosport. So, see you then, guys. This has been Fuel, and I am signing out.